You want me to put that on my Tudor?
This one's wife. 60 lies. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. As a narcissist, this one's wife repeatedly lies. Her lies are her truth. Notice that she regularly talks about my truth. This isn't because she knows what she is and she recognizes that she is a narcissist. It's simply a manifestation of her narcissism when she uses this terminology. The world around this one's wife is seen by her through a distortion field, which means that the behavior of other people is subjected to a particular filter so that she sees those behaviors as either showing that person is under control or they're threatening that control. It's one or the other. If it's the former, all is well. If it's the latter, there's a problem and it must be addressed. This distortion field causes her to see racism where none exists, because the manifestation of racism propels her to take action to nullify a particular threat to control. So, as a base example, let us say, for instance, that the Princess of Wales is talking to somebody else and not this one's wife. In order to gain control over the Princess of Wales, her narcissism may well suggest that the failure of the Princess of Wales to engage with her must be because the Princess of Wales is racist. There isn't a shred of evidence to support this, but that doesn't matter, because it's seen through the lens of the narcissism of this one's wife, resulting in her telling that particular lie about the Princess of Wales to other people, so they, for instance, like Oprah, would go, "What?" and react with horror, thus being supportive. Their support providing her with fuel and giving her the subconscious sense of control over the Princess of Wales. By the same token, her narcissism could well cause her to revise history to suggest that her father had sexually abused her when she was young. There's no evidence whatsoever to support this suggestion, but once again her narcissism may well tell her that, so that she uses that as an explanation to give to Harry as to why she doesn't want anything to do with her father. Harry thinks, well, I can't blame you. Makes sense, really. Therefore, he's kept under control, and it gives her the subconscious sense of control over her father, who she then disengages from as a non-intimate secondary source. The purpose of the lies is to pursue the prime aims. It's enable her to control people by either telling lies directly to them or about other people, and it is to draw fuel. It's also to manage her facade and in some instances possibly achieve a residual benefit of money. I've explained to you in my brilliant video that the narcissist may often use the truth, as you understand it to be, as part of the pursuit of the prime aims, nowhere near the truth or a half-truth. This one's wife regularly uses half-truths and nowhere near the truth to carry out what is required to pursue those prime aims. And an individual called Jules Doll on the subreddit Saint This One's Wife, they use her full name, I do not, had found on X somebody who is uncredited at this time has listed 60 of the lies that have been told by this one's wife. I've decided to utilize this so it helps you understand just how extensively this one's wife lies, but also to cause you to realize that notwithstanding this avalanche, this tsunami of deceit, there are still those who fail to accept what she is. Why might this be? Well, some of them are quite simply as thick as mince, and they lack the cognitive function to accept the evidence. Others recognize that she's not all that they thought that she would be, but they feel a bit silly about backing down now. They've nailed the colours to the mast and they feel that they have to see it through. Others project themselves. They see this one's wife as attaining something that they would always have wanted to achieve, that she's one of them, that she is their queen, and therefore they are deluded themselves and thus will not countenance any examination of the actual evidence, but dismiss it out of hand, because as soon as they hear a criticism of this one's wife, they immediately reject it, without actually listening to what it is, understanding how credible it is, and that there is evidence in support. This is why there are still people who, notwithstanding her extensive catalogue of lies, still support her. But here are those 60 lies that she has engaged in for the purposes of the assertion of control and the drawing of fuel to access character traits and residual benefits. Understand that she, in her deluded world, believes this to be the truth, but has spouted lie after provable lie. And now you can see the full force of it, as many of them, and it's not an exhaustive list, have been gathered in one place. 1. No title for Archie due to skin colour. 2. Hadn't Googled Harry or knew who he was before meeting him. 3. Lack of control and feeling lonely. 4. Wasn't helped integrate into royal life. 5. Claims of suicidal ideation. 6. The royal family are racist. 7. Hadn't seen her sister for 20 years. 8. Had been financially cut off. 9. Archie denied security. 10. Claimed she grew up poor. 11. Working with TV companies was not part of the plan. 12. The palace banned her from lunching with friends. 13. Claimed the press sat on the news around the Thomas Markle drama. 14. Catherine made her cry. 15. The palace never defended her against the press. 16. Claims she started work at 13 years old. 17. Secret wedding 3 days earlier. 18. Passport taken off her. 19. No help with mental health. 20. Didn't know anything about the royal family and was silenced. 21. Skin colour discussion. 22. Never collaborated with Obi Scobie in relation to Finding Freedom. 23. Had no help with etiquette training. 24. Lied about being in the Actors' Union. 25. The palace lied to protect other members of the royal family, but not her. 26. Paid for her own tuition at Northwestern. 27. Harry wanted privacy in Los Angeles. 28. Lies surrounding Archie's birth. 29. South Africans rejoiced in the streets when she joined the royal family. 30. The British press called her children the N-word. 31. If Archie were in school in the UK, she'd never be able to do school pickups and drop-offs. 32. She claimed she turned Ashley Cole down. 33. The engagement interview nonsense. 34. How Harry proposed. 35. It was all about privacy or not. 36. Not allowed to invite her niece to her wedding. 37. Catherine not a hugger. 38. Palace filled with racist imagery. 39. Blind date? Or possibly not. 40. Never allowed to wear bright colours. 41. Harry, no other family member served. 42. She was raised by her neighbours. 43. Harry raised in Africa by somebody else. 44. Never knew how to curtsy. 45. She doesn't care for titles. 46. Archie was denied a royal title because his mother is biracial. 47. Harry never was able to ride on the back of his father's bike as a child. 48. The bullying accusations against this one's wife are part of a smear campaign. 49. Catherine had only had to deal with things that were rude. 50. Catherine didn't do anything to correct the negative stories about this one's wife. 51. The royal family leaks to the press. 52. The palace did nothing to stop the racial abuse towards this one's wife. 53. Royal family totally ignored every single request to help them. 54. This one's wife was two-timing Harry and Corey Vitiello. 55. This one's wife is 43% Nigerian. 56. Photograph of this one's wife cleaning fish as per Tig, not at Frogmore. 57. Photo of Pap in Toronto, a stock photo. 58. No picture of this one's wife being chased by press. 59. Harry claimed chased by Paps after Wellchild event. 60. Not stalked by Paps on boats in Canada. It also occurs to me that you could add to that list the lies that were told about staying in a housing unit rather than a mansion in South Africa, and how there was a conflagration from a heater in Archie's room when apparently it was only smoking a bit. There you are, 60 lies, and 2 extra thrown in from me, that have been collated to demonstrate the slops of the delinquent mind of this one's wife, and how lying is second nature to her, driven always, always, always by her narcissism and the pursuit of the prime aims. Can you think of any other lies that she may well have told? If so, share them in the comments section. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.